Right, guys. Let's start our today topic. Assalamu alaikum. Good afternoon, everyone. Today our session is 22 and dated is May 11, 2025. And today our topic is permanent establishment, Article 14 of the city law and the FTA guideline non-resident person. I shared the link, both of them in the group. So hope you guys save that link also and go through. These extract are taken mostly from there, and plus other relevant article are the guidelines. But the primary is these two things that already shared in the group. Before starting, if anybody have the question from the previous session, anyone want to ask something, please let me know. Then let's start for question so far. Permanent establishment. And we will use the P word, the short form, the abbreviation of the permanent establishment. Previously also we discussed the permanent establishment concept or understanding on the shorter note. Okay, small, we have the understanding for this topic today, the agenda we have. But today we will dive into detail and let's see. Okay, so permanent establishment, non-resident person having P in UAE. So before starting this point, let's understand the overview. Then we'll come to the detailed slides. As usually we understand the topic, then we will start our agenda. Permanent establishment. We have the prior understanding where we are saying the company incorporated in UK or any part of the world, but normally we are mostly familiar with the UK. We take the example of UK, but any part of the world business are running in outside UAE. So if you take another way outside UAE, outside UAE, the companies are running, working, doing business activity outside UAE. So what we are saying, the UK business already incorporated resident in UK. Now the same company is wish to do business in UAE. I appreciate all the participants to always mute the mic until unless you have some question. So UK, we company already doing the business activity. We're just writing the some business activities. Now, okay, so he's doing already the business activity and another part. So under the business activity, two categories are there. What are the two categories? One is the SIGA. I appreciate if participant let me know what it mean by SIGA. And one is non-SIGA. I appreciate if anybody want to answer on that and participate in this conversation. That will be very much helpful. Guys, are you know the core income generating activities? Okay. So core income generating activities, I appreciate even all the participants quickly reply on that, even the same answer or even whatever your understanding, be active in this session. So core income generating activity means the primary activity, the main business. Any business who's doing the main business, the main, if any, like the tax agency, their main business is the taxation services. They are providing the tax consulting or they are registered with the FTA. So this is their primary activity. Yes. In add on that, they might have another supporting role activity that is not their primary core business, but still maybe they are offering some. Uh, even in UAE, most of the consulting firms they are offering only the tax advisory and tax consulting. They are not offering the bookkeeping. For them, the bookkeeping is not the core income generating activity. So this is the understanding. But on the other side, each business, if trading business, so trading business, their main is buying and selling. Let's take the buying and selling for the trading business. What the buying and selling? Any any products. We use the word goods. So now this is their main activity. Now the same business here is non-seeker. What will be the non-seeker? The same business might they take some property. This is just basic understanding point of view. Property. The company whose main business is the trading of goods, but he buy the property. If he buy the property, what will be the objective of the buying the property? Either he will give on rent or either he will buy and sell. If he's buying and selling, then it cannot be in UE, they cannot do this activity on the same license. Okay. If you are continuously buying and selling, then you have to take another activity, then you are coming into the main business of the real estate. But if you're buying the property, then you give the property on rent and you are getting the monthly rental income. But this is not your primary business. If it's not your primary business, so now the main objective to understand what is the SIGA and what is not SIGA. If business have some excess cash, they said, okay, let's buy one property and put on rental and we will get some income. So this is the non-SIGA. So far here the concept is SIGA and non-SIGA, we already understand. So now we are coming back to our main point where we are saying the UK company buying the property in UAE or is doing business in UAE. So what we have to identify? We have to see either this activity, what he is doing, this is his primary activity or non-primary activity. Primary means the core income generating, or if other is non-seeker, non-core income generating activity. The P will be differentiate. Our concept will be more understandable if we focus all the activity from this perspective. If we know the SIGA and non-SIGA, then we will move on and see the other implication of the P perspective. Okay, let's go back and now start our topics. Taxable person may be resident, may be non-resident. Again, the non-resident person can be resident in UAE and can. Now, whole point we will discuss from the non-resident point of view, but non-resident point of view also can be resident in UAE. So, what are the resident? Resident mean incorporated in UAE, public joint stock company, LLC, limited liability, partnership. So, all the companies we already understand the resident company are who already registered or incorporated in UAE under UAE commercial law. Okay. So if already registered, ignore effective management and control. When we say is already registered, then we will not check the other terms and condition. Because the first point, the company is registered here, so he is by default is a resident, and who will not make the test effective management and control. The point place of effective management and control, it will be irrelevant. This test we will not apply on that. So this company who's a resident and registered in UAE automatically will be resident. If it is a resident, all the city law rules and regulation will apply on that company. Okay, now the next point, incorporated outside UAE. Here the word is incorporated outside UAE, which means company is not registered in UAE, is having in UK or Europe, any part of the world, they are registered and doing the business. Now, if it's registered outside or resident outside, so then what we need to do, effective, manage and control. This test we have to check. This test we have to check whether this is pass or not. This company effectively manage and control in UAE. What is effectively managing? Long-term decision. The word here, we already mentioned the point, place of effective management. The poem itself is a concept we already having the understanding. The participant who already continue these classes, they already familiar with these terms. So these terms are not anymore new for the participant who already joined since beginning till now. Effectively manage and control in UAE, yes, it will be resident. Now company outside UAE is not having the trade lessons in UAE, okay, is doing the business, is not doing the, is not actively doing day-to-day operation, but their top management, decision-making, board of directors are in UAE. So they will be considered resident of UAE. Now we have to go and register with FTA for car brokers. And even the question will come, okay, we are already registered in the other part of the world. Now we are registering over here. So we'll pay the double taxation. The last session, we already understand the double taxation, how we get the relief. Okay. So if you already paid more than 9% in the foreign country, you will not pay tax here. It's just the compliance. We have to register here and do the compliance purpose. In addition to that, we also have to check what is the DTA. Under this scenario, we also have to check the double taxation agreement, if it exists. Okay, mostly almost 140 countries you have the double tax agreement. This thing also we have to look into that. If the DTA is saying no, this company even is poem is inside UAE, but as per DTA with that country, they will say, okay, no, it will be resident of the UK, then it will not be subject to tax in UAE. DTA will prevail over the city law. Any questions so far? Any question that you guys? Okay, the next point is the natural person. The natural person plus doing business via trade lessons. Via trade lessons, we are already having this session, ministerial decision, if I'm not wrong, the 49. We have a detailed discussion on the natural person doing business via trade lessons. Natural person plus doing business via trade lessons is a resident. So it will be subject to UAE city. But if natural person is doing business and some of the activities like the real estate, mostly the real estate, if they are doing our investment, they are doing in personal capacity without trade lessons, okay, they will be out of scope. This is one of the main point under ministerial decision 49 we learned over there. But here our topic is just giving you the overview, then we'll come to our main point. Natural person plus doing business via trade lessons is a resident. Any other person by decision as per cabinet. These are the standard, but in during the cabinet may mention that any person, it will be subject to UECD if they decided in the cabinet decision. Even it's not mentioned in the city law, then it will be subject to city. This is the power or authority the cabinet or the ministries they have in UAE. Resident overview we already taken. Now non-resident. Under the non-resident person having PE. So this is the our main topic for our learning today. But as of now, we are just taking the overall where is standing the non-resident from where we are reaching to non-resident person having PE. So whole scenario or whole the picture will be clear in your mind. Then we will dive into this topic in detail. Non-resident person having PE branches, office, factory, workshop, meeting, okay, warehouses, land and building. The land and building is mostly is there when more likely because the P is very detailed topic and very we have to focus in very detail to understand the P. Land and building may be the core income generating activity. That's why the company may have plant and machinery and land and building. Okay. So now under P, company may have the branch, like the foreign company open the branch or open office, representative office, showroom, factory, workshop, and their employees also coming in doing. If all these things are in UAE, so then what is the next point we have to do? We have to see the activities they are performing under this. Activities they are performing under this is a core income generating activity or not? We have to apply this test. If it is a core income generating activity, they are subject to city registration. If registered, then they have to apply for return and they have to pay corporate tax payment also. This is when they have the office. Now the next non-resident person having UAE source income. Now the word source, we will understand the word source. What is a source? Anybody wish to participate and give his point of view regarding the source, the word source? I appreciate if anybody want to share his point of view on the source. The word source, the origin. What is the origin of that income? Like we are saying, if we are going to the bank account opening or to open a company or any investment, then what the first question is, what is the source of your investment? So being an employee, will say our source of income is employment. Mostly the people are working, they will say employment. But if the businessman, they will say, okay, I have the XYZ, the business. So my source is from that. So this is the general understanding. We are saying the source, the word source we understand. Now, same like the businesses, he is generating the income from where? There is a variety of business, multiple activities. So each activity we have to understand. Now here we are mostly familiar with YouTube. Mostly we are using on day-to-day basis. Did anybody get the YouTube subscribe? Anybody have YouTube subscription and they are paying on monthly basis? Or Netflix? Maybe mostly people are familiar with the Netflix and they are having the subscription and they're paying on monthly basis or yearly basis. So if we are paying on this, but is the YouTube and the Netflix in UAE? Miss Angel, Miss Neha, Miss Farhana, yeah, Amazon Prime, one of the example. Okay, but Amazon Prime may be based in UAE also. I'm not sure, but just for understanding, we are checking this. YouTube, they are in UE based or they are international. Netflix, they are UE based or international. These companies are registered, are insurance company. Most of them, they are not in UAE. So our point will be non-resident person. Even whatever the example we take for understanding point of view, we are considering these companies are non-resident person, but they are earning from UAE. Google, one of the example, they have subscription. They are different. MS Office 365 yearly basis. We are buying the subscription. So these companies are sitting outside UAE, but they are selling their services to UAE resident. So now they are generating income from UAE. So their source is UAE. Now we understand the non-resident person having UAE source income, how they will. This point is clear. Now you understand this point is clear. Okay. Because if we understand the basic point, then our understanding will be moved forward very easily. Now we are the companies are generating profit from UAE even without having the presence in UAE. Mostly the common examples are written over here. YouTube through subscription, Netflix, insurance, interest income, okay, dividend income, management fee, royalty in full value, okay, royalty. The royalty also, these are the bigger terms that we might not understand so far, but in terms of the source, we understand. Like any company who give the investment over here, they give to any company, they getting the interest from them on the monthly basis, yearly basis. This is one of source of income, dividend, management fee. They are providing some consulting services to any company in UAE, like same like the many uh, tax consultants sitting outside UAE and they're providing the consulting inside UAE to the one of their client. So this is source of income. So now we'll see these source of income are taxable in UAE and taxable in UAE. So far, this income will fall under withholding tax. What withholding tax? Withholding tax currently in UAE is at zero rated. But in future, withholding tax will be coming in UAE, and what will be percentage that they will be applying on that? How it will be applied? By default, when you will make the payment to YouTube, it will be deducted at the store while making the payment, and whatever the channel are they are more using from the UAE, they will deduct that payment and they will give to UAE authorities. But currently is a zero rated. There is a different mode of collection of this charge, but from our point of view, currently is zero rated, but in future it will be may apply, may come in UAE, and whatever the percentage may vary from 5 to 20% as per the international practice. In UAE, in Saudi Arabia, withholding tax already there. In India is already there. In Pakistan already there. In other part of the world already there in withholding tax. And maybe we are familiar also with the concept also. Okay, now, so this income we said it is coming under withholding tax and this is currently zero rated, but in future it might come. So Ministerial Decision 43 is dealing to Ministerial Decision 43 dealing the withholding tax. Ministerial Decision 43 with dealing if any business having this source of income, no city registration. If no city registration, then there will be no return, no payment. Okay, now the next point. So far here, you are with me and you are having the clear understanding. Next point, the non-resident person plus juridical person, and he is a juridical person, plus he have the immovable property. Plus he have the immovable property. Now, Non-resident person having P in UAE. Now we are saying non-resident person is a juridical person. Here we discuss about the office, factory, building, but here we are discussing the immovable property. Then it will become under nexus. Under nexus, but it is not SIGA. They have property in UAE, but it's not core income generating activity. If it's core income generating activity, then it will be falling here. Falling here. But this is not SIGA, non-core income generating activity. Then no city registration, no city return, no tax payment. But main difference is not SIGA. We have one-off activity in accounting. We are familiar, maybe other income. One of the activity we are performing, but that is not our core income generating activity. But if it is a SIGA, then scenario will be different. That scenario will be different. Okay. So now let's go to the next slide and see the example for that to improve our understanding. Example one, the individual. Focus over here. Individual means natural person. Mr. X is a UK resident, natural person. He buy the property. Immovable property in UAE. Mr. X, resident of UK, natural person, buying property in immovable property in UAE. Do he have the nexus? Guys, do he have the nexus? Guys, Mr. X, do he meet the condition of the nexus? Mostly people saying yes. We already understand that the natural person. Yes, Fawad is not juridical person. This is the important point. It's not juridical person. This is the natural person. When we talk about the natural person, so he can invest. As a natural person, we have many liberty to do the business, but certain areas. So this is a natural person, personal investment. He invests in UAE, but is it's a natural person. So let's take the another example. Okay, the next example is juridical person. Guys, focus over here. Here the natural person, individual, here juridical person. Juridical person, we already understand, mostly familiar with LLC. Saudi Arabia, KSA, Roshan Real Estate. This is one of the real estate developer or the real estate company who have many activities, but the primary activity is the real estate. Here, maybe we are familiar with the Imar, Tamar. But let's say the example of the non-resident person, because we have to understand the non-resident person. They buy the immovable property in UAE. They buy the immovable property in UAE. And then it gives on rent. And this is their income. They're generating the income from rent. But this income is their core income generating activities. This is SIGA. Guys, please reply. This is SIGA. If it is SIGA, then we have to see is yes, P, if no, investment in nexus. Juridical person, if it is a core income generating activity, then it is a P. But if it is not their core income generating activity, then it would be investment. No core investment, then it will fall under the nexus. This is our main point so far. We just make our base to understand this topic. Now we're going to dive into our topic and understand what the non-resident person. Article 14, clause 1. I shared the link in the group for the Article 14. You guys can go over there and see. So this is the clause 1. Having a non-resident person, clause 1, non-resident person having PE. Article 14, clause 1, non-resident person having PE in UAE. This is our topic. So let's understand which kind of PE we have. Fixed place PE, agency PE, dependent agent, nexus in UAE. Nexus, here we understand the nexus. Fixed place, office branch, property, plant and machinery. Dependent agent, we will dive into that topic also. We understand previously, but we'll learn today as well. Check non-resident person incorporated in UAE. Now this is the test. We did this test before also in different topic also, because this be integrated with the many part of the corporate tax. When the international taxation role will be applied, our international business will be doing business in UAE, so it will be interlinked with many other part of the corporate tax, and that we are learning during our whole training or whole learning, whole corporate tax learning. Check the non-resident person incorporated in UAE. Yes, ignore the going. Apply the city. Straight. If we say no, it is a resident, then we are saying it is in case of yes, but in case of no, we check non-resident person incorporated in UAE. We said no. If no, then what will happen? Then we have to check another point, non-resident person having point place of effective management in UAE. If yes, then it is a resident. If it is a resident, register for the city. City return applicable. Now you have become the normal person, all the corporate tax, and city payment is applicable. Yes, yes, yes. And same is here also. If no, non-resident person do not have the point, no, then what will be next step? Non-resident person PE in UAE as per Article 14. Yes, non-resident person having PE. The PE, we just understand in the previous example, the concept of PE. City installation, city return tax payment applicable. Non-resident do not have the PE. Okay. Non-resident person having source of income from UAE. Non-resident person have UAE source of income. If we add here the UAE, because our learning from UAE perspective, which kind of income? Royalty, dividend, interest income, management fee. If it is a source, we understand city installation, not applicable, city return, not applicable, but withholding tax apply in future. Even we are saying you do not have the non-resident person do not have UAE source of income. Then we are considering non-resident person nexus in UAE. What is the nexus? We said juridical resident person, plus they have the immovable property in UAE, not core income generating activity. Because if it falls under core income generating activity, it will go under P. If all this condition, see how the corporate tax authorities or the UAE authority will check or validate this. They will say, okay, if the person came from here, it might trap over here. This regulation will apply over here. If you escape from here, it might come under UECD regulation under here. Even escape from here, it might come under here. If it come from escape from here, it might come over here. Many people are saying in the market also, okay, as a PE, as a branch, they are just checking this part. And in certain scenario, they might not fall under the corporate tax. They said, yes, we applied the PE test and we are not meeting the condition of the UE regulation, so will not register, we will not pay the tax. But this is the only one part where you look into that. But this is not only the PE. Even so far, we not started the pure city also. Oh, sorry, the B. Here still we discussing the P main concept and main regulation or overall framework. So P is very detailed and very complicated topic. It needs a lot of effort and energy. So bear with me and be active. It will be helpful and it will give you the preference even in during your interview or the discussion with any platform. Because P is also, you guys familiar in the VAT also the concept of P is there. So far any question? So far any question? Please let me know. Guys, quickly please reply. Okay, let's move to the next. Another example, non-resident person having land and building in UAE. NRB, non-resident person, land and building in UAE. What you are doing? Okay. The simple question we will ask ourselves what we are doing, non-resident person, if he have land and building, what he will do with land and building. It is a core income generating activity in that business, like he's buying and selling the land or he's buying the land and building, giving on rental. This test we have to apply. Here, this is the very important question why you will ask yourself while checking the non-resident person having the land and building UE. What will the first question? What he's doing with this? Even we come in UAE and mostly people when we go back home country or go out of country, any as a tourist, any part of the Europe. So the first question, are any your old friends or class fellow, they will say, okay, after a long time, what you are doing? What is your current activity? So being a human, we will ask this question very frequently. So on this spot also, we have to ask, okay, what you are doing with land and building in UAE? This question, if he will say, yes, this is my main activity, then it is a P. It is a rental property, then we have to see this is a juridical person. Again, the other condition will be applicable. If it is a juridical person, okay, if it's a juridical person, but it's not main activity, is a nexus. Another part, if it is a natural person, we have to apply that also. See, understand the concept and one by one, then apply all together on each scenario or each case. Then next is the proprietary and auxiliary in nature. This is the proprietary and auxiliary. What is that? This is supporting role. What is the supporting role? If we have the activity, what we are doing, like the HR, like the accounts, accounting department, if not resident UK company, open the accounts department in UAE. So this is the supporting role. Auxiliary in nature, what does that mean? Overall activity, they are not generating the commercial point of view. These activity are not commercial. Commercial means, this is a broader term. Commercial means we are not generating revenue. We are not generating the revenue. This is only our cost center. Even if we understand the cost center. So these are the supporting role that mostly the companies in the multinational companies like the Siemens, like the GE or other contractors like ABB or many other UE also, UE based many multinational companies, they are having the back office in India, Pakistan, even PwC, EY or other, they already opened the back office in India or Pakistan. There is a one analysis, they said mostly they open in Pakistan, the back office as the audit team. The rationale they give, okay, because the in UE and internationally they following IFRS, okay. So, and the Pakistan accounting body ICAP and the ACCA are other, they are also following the IFRS. Versus in India, the Indian CA, I'm just writing the CA, they have their own gaps, or own standard. I will use the word own standards. They are not following the IFRS, the International Accounting Standard. This is the one of the reasons they're saying that here the manpower, the professional already is ready to use for these standards. But here the challenge is there, but still, ACCA also is taking a priority in India also. And apart from that, still the organization have the office in India also, because the people will learn the IFRS also to work on the international audit workout. This is just basic understanding point of view I just added. This is not our topic. Okay. So what they will do, this is their only advertising, only advertising. If company like in we'll take the example of India, Pakistan, or the any other Bangladesh or any other countries, they having the property, because mostly the overseas for them is a very good market for them. They think the people are living in Gulf countries and they saving the money and they are investing in back home in the real estate. Real estate means that the many societies, they might take the property on the installment basis. What they will do, they will come over here and launch the marketing campaign in UAE to attract here. And even the most of the real estate project, they are calling the overseas block. Overseas block with the name of the thing, only this project or this project inside the project, one certain area we are designated only for the overseas resident. So they attract the investor from here. If they are running the marketing campaign in UAE, this is marketing campaign. They will sell property here? No. This is just advertisement. If you want to buy the property, you have to go in the home country and contact their head office or over the real estate over there. You will buy property from them, but they will do the marketing over there. So this marketing or this advertising will be meet the condition of the P or the nexus. This will fall under the P or nexus, or it is a commercial activity. Guys, quickly please respond on that. Because this is not the income generating activity. It is not income generating activity in UAE. This is only advertisement. This is even the Tesla, they will open their showroom over here in UAE, but they are not selling. This is just display the vehicle in UAE. Again, the cost center is a different term, but here we are using only the advertisement. Cost center is a broader term. Advertisement, they are just doing the marketing campaign. Many of mostly you guys understand this point. If the people respond over there, I may add the value in your understanding. Okay. Now the next point, employee in UAE by non-resident person. Employee in UAE by non-resident person. So we because the employee also can create the P in UAE. Poem, place of effective management, it is a resident. Day-to-day activities plus the core income generating activities. PE. Even employee can generate supporting role, HR and accounting. There's nothing. It will not fall under the, it will be nothing mean out of scope if you understand in this way, out of scope. Supporting work, HR and accounting, any kind of, see, this is relevant here also. Preparatory and auxiliary. This is overall activity. Okay. When we talk about this overall, because being a human or being a profession, we thought, okay, maybe the authorities covered only the one relevant segment. We are saying this is the part. So they will separate the activity in multiple pieces and they'll say, okay, we are doing only supportive role. But although they have to consider if they are doing the related party or other company, they are doing, so overall means all the company, they are doing business in UAE. Here's the HR. Here is the sales. Another company is sales. Here is the repair support. Okay. So these are the plus plus. Even the different or juridical person or related party. So this overall, it must be preparatory and auxiliary in nature. Okay. Now the next way we'll understand permanent establishment globally. Fixed place PE. Fixed place PE branches. So mostly this is the very common question or many obvious question that coming from the during training or from the client as well. Branches are subject to UAE city. Yes, it fall under UAE city. It may fall under UAE city subject to applicable condition. If all the criteria is met, it may subject to UAE city. Why I'm using the word may? Because branch itself, you cannot say it must go. You have to meet all the conditions, then it will be applicable or not applicable, or it fall under UAE city. Okay. But in general, we are saying the fixed place payee, branches, office, factory, warehouse, land and building, equipment, extraction of natural resources. Next, agency PE. Agency PE, we do not have office, but we have the agent in UAE, dependent agent. What is a dependent agent? You have one agent who work only for you. How you will check this test? So there is a test economically. Economically means money point of view, like his major source of income is only from the non-resident person, or he's in accounting IFRS, there is one point is saying if you are generating more than 50% of your revenue from one client, so your dependency are created on that. So they have certain risk factor over there. Okay. So now here I'm not giving you the 15%. I just give you one reference. You might go and check the IFRS. What is saying, which standard is saying for IFRS. If more than 15% you are generating from one customer, it is a dependency. Okay. But anyhow, here, what is the point? Here we are saying money point of view. If we are dependent on the non-resident person or 80%, 90%, we are getting the income from that. So we are dependent agent on that. This is one side. Other side, legally, if you work only for the non-resident person, you do not offer your services to any other customer, then again you are agent for that customer. Independent agent, here we are seeing economically dependent or the legally exclusive, then yes, it is B. If these two tests are met, then it will fall under P. This is the definition of dependent agent. And now independent agent. How independent agent? Same point we have to check. Will not trigger PE. Here again, we will say may not trigger PE, but we mentioned the will because as we already mentioned independent. How? Again, we have to do the same. the economically independent, and second is legally also independent. If both are independent, they are not dependent on non-resident person, so it not trigger P. Mostly the real estate agent, they are working for many clients. They are not working only for one client. Okay, construction P. The construction, we mostly are familiar the expo. During the construction, many international companies participated in that project because even the local contractors or the construction company, they are doing the main construction, but still some part of that construction they outsource, or the international company, they taken that project on project base, and they come here and they did some installation assembly. Okay, so if they are doing such projects, construction project, certain time limit. So here we are saying construction P, if certain time limit mean, okay, let's say any company name in ABC contractors, they came in UAE, ABC contractors. I'm just using the short words for understanding point of view. ABC contractor, he's in UAE. No, he's outside UAE, but he came for expo for certain, because it's very specialized treatment. He came here in UAE and he did the installation. And he did the assembly, any part of that. So do he need to come here and open the company here? No. Under certain circumstances, they have the permission to work in UAE on project base. Like export, many companies, they are coming here, even the custom duty exemption option was there for that expo projects. These companies, whatever the material they are importing, they are not paying the custom duty on that also. So if they are coming here, they are doing, so now we have to see as a test, okay, there's a two model, one is the OECD, where is saying the more than 12 months, consecutive 12 months, okay. This company working here in UAE 12 months. If it is a 12 months, as per OECD model, it will be PE. It will be PE. It will be PE, then it will be subject to city registration. Yes, as per OECD model. Now the UN model is 6 months. If it's 6 months, during the last 12 months, 6 months is working here, it will be PE. UAE registration is applicable. These two models are exist, but which one applicable in UAE? UN model. If any company or any branch working here in more than 6 months, okay, they are meeting the condition of PE. Under fixed place PE, this branch are met the condition. The date they met the condition, from that date onward, the registration timeline are there. That is, before city, it is a 9 months from the date. Okay. Here, let's take the example. If company is already here in 2022, before city, yeah. So now city is implemented when? June. First tax period, June 23. If it's June 23, so we have to see from this date, if first 6 months is this company is still in operational, maybe last 1 year or 1.5 years is already doing the business. But this is the pre-taxation period. So this is not relevant. If it's not relevant, what we have to see, this is the relevant. So here, if we, from June till November 23, if this condition, company are still working in UAE, which means they met the condition of P. the branch, if our operation from this date onward, they have the 9 month validity registration. So here the scenario is that the timeline associated with 6 months when they continuous working in UAE, but this 6 month, any 12 months, any 6 months we have to consider, okay, during this previous period, they are continuously working in UAE. So then they are met, so they have to go for citizenship. Any point over here, any point over here, any point you guys want to ask? Next is the service fee. For UE, we are following the 6 month. If 6 month conditions are met, then we have to consider from the city implication. Next is the service fee. Service fee means if the UK company, they are sending employees to work here in UAE on project base. Okay, then that also may trigger the fee. Again, we have to see the condition, the same condition, certain timelines, 6 months, plus the core income generating activity, again, it will be fee. Any point so far up to this, you guys having? Okay, guys, so far is 22 participants. So I'll appreciate quickly send the message in the WhatsApp you are present today, because only this 21 or 22 participants will remain in the group, other all will be removed. Guys, quickly, I appreciate for the to filter that, send in the group the text message. So Mr. Sayed will take the necessary action in this regard, because still many participants unnecessarily is not here. No issue, who will open the group? But so far, any question or any point that you guys want to ask? Well, guys, you can send me the message. I'll forward to the Mr. Sayed, because now we'll continue. Okay, we are already on the group also. Okay, now let's continue. Any point, any question? Mr. Sayed will consider all this participant, and apart from that, we will exclude from the group. And because we are finalizing and we have to go with the certificate issuance and the final test also, mock test also. Any of this topic so far, it's supporting work, accounting, HR. Hope you guys are taken the concept. Let's move to the further. In UE, non-resident person have P as per Article 14. Okay. So far, we discussed the clause 1. Okay, now we are going to discuss the clause 2. Clause 2 of the Article 14 on next slide. This is the clause 2. Article 14. Agency B, dependent agent B, economically money point of view, legally exclusive point of view, if they already signed the contract and they given the exclusive right, then it is the agency B. If these two conditions are here, we have to test. If they are met, yes, it is a P. If they are not met, no P. Then next is the exploring plus extracting of natural resources in UAE, oil and gas. We are familiar, the UAE have the natural resources, and that is the main natural resources, oil and gas. Many companies come in UAE and they explore the natural resources, so they are also fall under the P condition. Construction P, just now we understand the construction P, installation, assembly, construction P. More than 6 months in a 12 months. Okay. Here the 6 month condition is 183 days. Maybe we are familiar with that. In a 12 months. In a 12 months. Now we understand if we are checking for construction or any part of the P, we have to check the DTA, because under double taxation agreement in many different agreement having with different countries may mention 9 months, may mention 9 months also. So if the 9 months, then 6 months is not relevant, then 9 months will be relevant. If you are present in UAE doing the business in 9 months, then you are meeting the condition of P. The initial, now here we have to construction, we have to check the other part. Now we understand the construction, these activities are doing. But how we calculate the time period? Which time period will be coming under 9 months? Let's assume it's a 9 month. So which 9 months? Okay. During the construction, many incident or event may occur. So all the time frame will be started from which date up to which date. Okay. So first, the initial planning time, like the company, the resources, non-resident person, our technical team, they came here in UAE, even they did not start the project, but now they are engaged in the site visit, our initial planning, how to execute our project. It will be included in the 9 month. If it is a 9 month, then it will be part of 9 months. Let's say they spend the 3 months over here for initial planning, it will be counted under 9 months. Okay, so this will be part of 9 months. I'm assuming that 9 months as per DTA, but city law is saying 6 months. So either a 6 or 9. So we initial time period will be part of this calculation. Now the next stop of work. You did the initial workout, then the COVID is came here. And the COVID is came here. Stop of work. Our labor shortage, labor went on strike, material storage, again material shortage, and pandemic like COVID. This also covered in this 6 month rule. This 9 months we said based on the DTA, but mostly the city law is mentioned the 6 months. So we will keep the word of 6 months. So now 3 months here, and let's say the 2 month here. We did the initial planning, but before starting, the COVID is came up, the labor is not there, our pandemic is there. 3 plus 2 is already 5 months. Now with the related party project. Again, the related party, even you came here, let's say the company worked only for the 5 months. First year, and let's say the another 4 months they took and they complete the project. The task they completed. 1 month here, 4 months for execution is completed, but they have taken some work, or they are a related party also involved in similar projects. With a related party project, yes, then this time also will be part of that. Maybe here you work for the 2 months. So now 1 plus 4 plus 2 is 7. So again, you will meet the condition of P. Now, another part, the time, which time will be calculating for 6 months. Just now I give you the same point. Time period consideration from start of first tax period. Because before tax period, it will not be relevant. Before first tax period will be excluded. Whatever the work they done before first tax period, they will not count over here. After tax period, it will be counted. Maybe before tax period, they have 5 months, but after the tax period have only 5 months. Total is a 10 months, but after June 23 is only 5 months. So it will meet the condition of the PE or not? Guys, quickly respond. It will meet the condition of the PE or no? 5 months before city, 1st June 2023, and 5 after that. So, okay. Thanks, guys. PE it is. So here the point is clear. We will exclude the before taxation. Here the first tax period from 1st January 2024 till December 2024. First tax period from 1st September to this. Here, if coming here, it will be counted. This is the different scenario. Okay, I'll explain that part also. But here we are saying if now here the first tax period means based on year end. Based on year end, we do remember the city law is saying what is your registration or what is your first tax return. Okay, here the important part. Even we know June 2023. City is implemented. But important question, all the companies applicable to pay tax from this date onward, starting from this date onward, guys, quickly. All the companies will pay tax from the June 23 onward, or what will be the date of, or it may differ, or it may differ. What is the point over here? What is the learning that we have to consider over here? Give me example, please. What is law saying? Financial year. Each company, whatever their financial year, that is their first tax period. So this is the point over here. The first tax period, if it is started from 1st Jan to December, then whatever the previous till December 23, everything will be excluded. Everything will be excluded. Okay. Here, if you have the tax period is from September to August, then we have to consider accordingly. City law is saying whatever the company financial year, that will be treated as a accounting period. That will be treated as a accounting period. Okay, anyhow, this point also you guys clear with other projects. Now here, maybe we say, okay, we are doing project 1, we spend the 2 months. If we spend the 2 months, it meet the condition of the, do it met the condition of P? No. But the same company involved another project, another 2 months. P2, they also did in the. But here, another important point, like P1, let's take 2 months, which 2 months? Jan and Feb. And P2, March and April. Then P3, April to May. So this project two, this project two, this project is two. 6. Now guys, let me know. This is the PE or no? It met the condition of PE or not? Guys, quickly. Let's assume that the first tax period is everything is meeting the condition. Just consider this scenario, other things remain constant. But some people is saying it's 5 months, some people are saying less than 6 months. How come? Here we are 2 plus 2 is 6. Yes. Here the point this I was to testing here. Because this is the overlap. So overlap means even you work in the same months for two projects, it will be the same timing. If you done another project, P4 in June, okay, another one, then it will be 6. So the project means this understand. I want to just give you this understanding, the overlapping, the repetition. So P1, P2, P3, P4, but in a different duration, then we have to take the total. If we take the total, then we have to see the condition is getting met. Yes, it will be P. Time spent by the subcontractor. Time spent by subcontractor. Again, here another same point. If the company, even the contractor will come here and they will not do all the things together themselves. They will bring their technical team, but they will not bring their labor from the Europe. What they will do, wherever they need the labor, they will subcontract to the other company who have the labor in UAE. But their engineer or technical team will be from themselves. So in this scenario, if let's say the main company, he worked for the 5 months, but the subcontractors, the main company are the non-resident person, or the non-resident person, and the subcontractor, SC, subcontractor work the 3 months. Now it will meet the condition of PE or not? It will be PE or no? Or do we have to check another point? It will meet the condition of PE, or do we have to check another point? Guys, quickly mention the other point name. If you're requiring, mention the other point. Yes, if both a non-resident person and subcontract work during the same time period, so it will remain same. So we will not consider this 3. We are considering only this, because if they work from Jan to May, and this subcontractor work also in the same duration, it will be 5 months. But in case they said non-resident I'm coming from January 24 and you will work from the October 23 till December 23. So now scenario will be different. Subcontractor already worked here 3 months and here the 5 months. Now you understand how the 5 and 3 will be coming. If it's repetition, we have to ignore that, but in the different, yes, it will be part of that. Key point. You guys, yes, Rehan, if the overlap, then it will be considered the same. It will not be count twice. We will count the month overall. We will not count the under same month. Whatever the work is subcontracted, it will remain same. Here, Jan to May, it is 5 months. October to December 23, 3 months. Now it is counting the 8. Okay, thank you. Let's move on. So these things are written in the, these things are written where? From where these things I pull out? Today, I shared one link. Which article I shared? Article 14. These things are taken from there, plus additional from the FTA guideline. You can go and read. Now, after this, your understanding will be clear. It will be easy to read and easy to understand, easy to digest that also. Okay. Fixed place of management. Fixed place of management P, but they do not have the office. Management in UAE doing the day-to-day activities. Even you don't have the office, but you are performing the day-to-day activities. What are the day-to-day activities? Following the orders. Like your senior board of directors, they are giving you the instruction, you are following. This not strategy decision means the poem. Okay. Poem is we already understand. But this is the day-to-day activities, following the order, but not strategic decision. So here we understand this will be resident. Poem will be resident. Fixed place pay. Next slide. We'll go to the next slide. Day-to-day means if we are following day-to-day, the operational activity. Hope this point is clear. Let's fix place B. We understand many time, we have repetition of many time, office, factory, building, warehouse. Okay. Here we have to make the additional test on that. One, we already seen the duration. Okay. Now the next we're gonna see that duration we test in the contract sub construction P. Here the fixed place P, the branch we can also add over here. It's already there. Disposal test. What is the disposal test? What is the disposal test? Right? What is the disposal test? Disposal here. Okay, what is the P we are which P we are saying? We are saying the fixed place P. Fixed place P office. The first is the office. So, like the office, what is the disposal test? Free to use. Like you can go to office without any restriction. This is in your access. If it is in your access, then we are saying this is the met the condition of the fixed place P. Fixed place P office we have if we are using the office free without any access, employee is going as per their own, if they want to sit 8 to 5, but they have the additional work that they did not complete, so they can sit up to 10 o'clock, 9 o'clock as per their own wish. There is no limitation. You will come 8 to 5 and leave 8 to 5. So this is in your access. Okay. Now the next is the fixed place. So they're saying the office that you have, so this must be under your ownership. They said no. It can be rented, it can be on property. It's not mandatory, you must place the office, then it will come under fixed place fee. They said you can take on rent also or on property also. Then the small or big, they said doesn't matter. You take the decision based on your requirement. It can be shared space. Yes, it can be shared space. Shared space, many business centers are there. They are giving you the small office for their working. Work from the home, like they're saying, if you have the employee here, like any, we are being a resident, we have the resident visa, so we can work for the golden visa. They can work for any international employer also. But they're saying, okay, instead of taking the office, you can work from home. You're saying it will not be considered because work from home employer have the restriction or limitation. Okay. The next, client office with client office with no resident. This is not resident, no restriction. Okay, even they send the employee from UK to UAE, they are using the client office. But if the client is saying no, we will close. If we go to the government offices, they will open 7:30 and they will close 2:30. After that, you cannot sit over there. So this is the restriction. So now is the word is if you are using the client office, but they are saying no restriction. If there's no restriction, then yes, it will be P. If it's a restriction, you have to follow their rules and regulation, then it would not be part of P. Hotel can be considered because you buy in hotel apartment or hotel, they are giving you such facility where the corporate meetings are there. You are using their meeting room. You are having the board of meeting over there. Many international investor or the businessmen, they are coming here and they doing all their corporate meeting in the hotels. Maybe they rented the hotels for the next 5 months, 6 months. So many executive who are working internationally, they are having the hotel apartment fixed for them, even they are living or not living. Okay, now the next point. Core income generating activity. This is the another condition that we have to see. We already know what is the core income generating activity. Next is perform 180 days in a 12-month period or 6 months. We are using the word 6 months, even the article 14 also using the 6 months. Okay. It is not a tax period. This 6 month is we should not count in a tax period, any 6 months. There is one part we learned excluding period. Okay, that is the one of the condition for other point of view. Okay, from beginning point of view, but now we are considering this 6 months will be met any 6 months, any 6 months, any tax period, any financial period. We will not say, okay, I will count from the my financial year is Jan to December, even in 24. So I have to count from January till December. This is 12 months you have to work. No, they're saying at any point of time in a 12 months, previous 12 months, your presence is more than 6 months. Yes, then you will be met the condition of P. See, each rules and regulation under certain circumstances we are learning. So we focus and learn from that point of view. If you learn only one point and you not understand the scenario base, it will be difficult to apply in the real life because you are taking only one point and applying all the way. So it is a dangerous. It is a dangerous because the small information is a dangerous. Having the full information is a good for professional. Because mostly in the market, people say, okay, I read this law and this is saying you are not falling under the city law. But he did not read all the associated terms and conditions. So having the small information and giving the consulting on a small information, it will be dangerous for the consultant as well as the client also. This is the screenshot I taken from the article 14 of the P. And this is the why I added, because mostly when you go through and you read from there, it will be more understanding what we learned today. We understanding the fixed place, state is UE. Okay, here I'm just adding for easy understanding point of view. This is the non-resident person, what we are saying, non-resident person, NRP. Here's the P, this is the P we are understanding. Okay. This detail, all next one we already discussed. Habitually exercise, we will come in that conduct business or business activity on behalf of non-resident person. Behalf of non-resident person mean agent who's doing activity. On behalf means this is the on behalf of non-resident, this is the agent who's doing this activity, or employee who's doing activity. Then all this scenario we understand over there. Okay. Clause number 3. Exception to clause number 2. May not trigger P. When the guys, do you have any question? Guys, you have any question? Okay. Let's move to the next. Clause number 3. Now, whatever we understand, whatever the clause we discuss, under that exception, even we are saying all the conditions are meeting, but now we're saying if this is the scenario, if this is the scenario, then it may not trigger P. It may not trigger P. Guys, we focus. Now, exception. Whatever we learn under class 2 is saying under the class 2, if this is the exception, even class 2 is saying the PE, it will meet the P condition, but they saying if this is the scenario, it may not trigger the P. What is the scenario? When storing or displaying or delivering of goods. You are bringing the goods in UAE and you are meeting the other condition, but you are not selling as a commercial. You just stored and give to the other customers, or they fulfill the order outside the, like many trading companies, what they will do, they will bring the stock from they are registered in Europe, working in Europe, they will here take the logistic warehouse in UAE from the, but their sales team commercial activity are from the Europe or from UK or Germany or from the US. Okay, but they take the logistic warehouse. This is the maybe most of the people not familiar with the this concept of logistic warehouse. Only the few people who's working in trading or such activity, they might understand the logistic warehouse. I appreciate if anybody want to participate here. Anybody want to participate here? These are the commercial terms and practically are applicable in UAE. Okay. Logistic warehouse, what's happening? Like the UK company, resident of UK company, what they will do if they are doing the trading business, they will, here are the many companies who's doing the logistic services. This logistic warehouse itself is an activity. Itself is an activity. What they will do, what they will do, they will take the UK company, he have Africa client are the customers. If they have the Africa customer, but they cannot send the partial shipment from UK to here. If they want to this customer, we have the 100 units. Another customer A, maybe the same or maybe the different. He also need 500 units. This also need 200 units. Maybe the same Africa region or another part of the Asia. So what the UK business will do? It will say, okay, if I'm sending one by one, I have the more cost. Logistic cost is more. What they will say, they will here the one service provider logistic, they will take the logistic facility warehouse from them, and they bring, let's say, the 2,000 units, and it kept here in logistic. He don't have any lessons here in UAE. This logistic company providing the facility, they will bring shipment from the UK and they will kept in their warehouse under the ownership of UK company. It will remain ownership of that. But this is the warehouse, this is the store for the UK. Now from here they will say, okay, process 100 unit to this customer, 500 to this customer, another 200 to this customer. This logistic warehouse, they will split the order, the instruction of that, and they will deliver to them. Did the goods owned by this warehouse logistic service company? No, the ownership remain here. He's just following the instruction. So if he's using the goods here for storing purpose, for display purpose, only they have the showroom to display, they are not selling, or the delivering of goods. So then it will not fall under B. Then it will not fall under B. Guys, let me know. This point is clear. Okay, now this is the first point that what we understand. Let's move to the next. First, the second point that where we are saying it may not trigger the PE. Purchase of goods. If your team is coming in UAE, UK business team coming in UAE, and they are purchasing the goods, are they doing any commercial activity? They are generating revenue from UAE? No, they are purchasing or collection. Again, it will not fall under P. Commercial thing, when you are generating revenue, if you are purchasing, then it will not fall under P. Processing of goods. If you are processing goods, which means you are not selling again in UAE. Storing, you are not selling. Purchasing and collection, you are not selling. Processing of goods, again, you are not selling. Okay. Here, any other activity, proprietary or auxiliary, support function. You send your team from UK to UAE and send, okay, this is the R&D part, R&D team. They will come here and they will take the local market analysis. They will take the data from the market and they will do the research whether the product what we have and we will launch in UAE, it will be a good market for them or not. So this research team, whatever the activity they are doing, this is the commercial. It will meet the condition of PE. Do it's met the condition of PE? Guys, quickly respond. What is mean the support function? This is not the commercial activity, then that also will not fall under the PE rules. Next, what is the next? Okay. So here what he did, but A plus B plus C plus D. This is the A, B, C, D. All these 4 points, A, B, C, D, all 4 points overall. See, now being a professional, we might say, okay, if we split the activity, it may not fall under P. Here is saying, overall, the nature of the business activity will be proprietary or auxiliary. Preparatory or auxiliary is not income generating activity. Now I give you another example here for better understanding proprietary and auxiliary. If Amazon sending the shipment from US, Amazon sending the shipment from US to UAE customer. We'll take the example of any, just for understanding, it's not the debating point. Let's say the iPhone. Or we can take the Samsung, any IT devices. And they normally have 1 year warranty. Normally 1 year warranty. If some defect is happened, so what they will do? So all this shipment will go back to US and they will repair and send them back here in UAE. It is a feasible from business point of view. What's our learning over here? So what they will do, they will make here one repair center. Mostly we are familiar, these brands have the repair center, customer service center. Yes, Khalil, customer service center, the complete word, repair center, warranty claim center. What they will do, if the small part is damaged, they will fix the part and they will give you locally. So they are now, this repair center or the service center, the service center, in another technical point, be active. Hope you can catch the point over here. Service center, the service center, what they will do? If they are doing only in-house, like own product repairs, Amazon only own. It will not be P. It will not be P. But what they will say, okay, we already have the facility as a service center. We already have the technical team. So we will open for the other also. We will say the other non-product of the Amazon, the other can also do the repair. They offer the same service to non-branded or non-goods also. So now they are what they are doing, they are revenue generating. So now it will be P or no? Now it will be P or no? Hope you guys understand the point. Okay. Last 4 exception to exception 3. Now here we saying may trigger P. Here we said may not trigger P. Again, first laws, if you read the first laws and you apply, it will be, your treatment will may wrong because there is certain exception also there. What is the exception? Anybody give me example of the exception? Because if we have the clear understanding of the exception, the whole story will be clear. I appreciate anybody come forward and let me know if you want to participate and give the understanding of the exception. because law is using the word not or nothing with standard, nothing withstanding. We will see notwithstanding. Is it not clear? If you read the law book, they will say notwithstanding. But in our term, we will say exception. Any participant would like to explain this? Give any example from routine life. Okay, I will give you the example. In the routine life, we are giving any of our friends or the colleague or in any relation or practical life, we are saying, okay, you are my very good friend of mine. He's saying, okay, in case of any emergency, he said, yes, you can come to my home anytime. You may come to my home or office. I'll take the example. Normally, what we are saying, normally, okay, I'll change the example. If there's any client, we are working with them. So we'll say, okay, what is when I can visit you? We will say, okay, 8 to 6, 8 to 6, Monday to Saturday. You may visit our office. This is what we told him to client. But along with we said that in case of any urgency, you may send WhatsApp text. You may send WhatsApp text. What is the urgency? Because their team forget to file the return on the last date. So now office timing is not valid. Working days are not valid. So we said, you may send me WhatsApp in case of that. So this is the exception what we give to the client. But practically what's happening? This is the office time 8 to 6. We said, okay, in case of emergency, or you may call off the working hours. Means you may call in the 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. Let's say. If it's a very ever good long existing client. But in practical life, what's happening? They will consider this timing as a normal. We give him this as the exception for urgence, but they will consider as a usual office working hours because they come to free and they will start calling and they'll start chasing. And eventually they say, okay, you are not responding on that. You know, the exception, the definition of exception is not clear to everyone. So these are the exception what we are discussing. First, apply the standard rule. But under the standard rule, this is the exception. But what we're doing, if we consider the exception as a standard rule, as a normal, so that also will not work. That also will not. So hope you take the idea of the exception. Standard rules are there, but beyond the standard rules, we said this is the exception. Under this scenario, this may work and may not work. Now the last moment participant just joining to show the presence. So we do not accept the last moment. We already, because if you are investing your time, so come on time. Exception clause number 4. non-resident exception to exception class C. This is another point. Exception to exception. In we means already exception we read. Now another exception. May trigger P. P in any state in UE is related party having P in UE. P in UE is a related party, which means the company already have the related party working in UE. In any state in UE is a related party. If having the P in UE, now stories are different. The UK company is related party already working in UE. Now this will change the scenario. Non-resident person, even he is not meeting the condition, but due to related party, having the related party in UE, it may trigger P. This is the point only I'm just adding over here. As per our previous understanding, we are saying this is not meeting the condition. Like, just understand this part. They are storing the goods. They are storing the goods, but then they are selling to related party. Now, standalone is not PE, but here it is a PE. Because they're selling to related party, now it will become PE. This is the concept of PE. How? Because tax authority is assuming that you are splitting the transaction to take the advantage of taxation. So now this is exception. He's saying even you are storing, but you are selling to your related party. Now you are fall under the P. Or overall activity is not proprietary or auxiliary. Either this or means if we look all these activities together, then that doesn't give us the sense, okay, this is the proprietary or auxiliary activities. Why? Because we might split one company, we establish that one company has a store, another company has a purchasing, another company is processing, mean assembly. Like here the parts, he is purchasing and he is assembling. Either if you look overall, you're just separating the artificially to avoid the taxation. They think we have to again look into that. Overall look, it will be proprietary or auxiliary. Any question? Guys, any question? Okay, we will mostly we covered only, I think, agent. Agent also we covered. Agent, resident, judicial person, dependent agent on dependent on non-resident person, economically, legally. We already understand exclusively only non-resident person, he working only for them, not doing ordinary business with, is not working with another client in the market, has authority to conclude or negotiate contract, or contract will be concluded by non-resident person without material modification. How? Because he's work only for the resident person, he's doing only this business and he's finalizing the contract. Okay. Or he's not finalizing, but the non-resident person, he's just signing without any big change. This is the dependent agent. Independent agent, class 6, non-resident, non-dependent on non-resident person, not exclusive work. Okay. Independent means he's doing his own business, but also his work for non-resident person. Okay. Doing their own separate business, negotiate contract by non-resident person. He's just giving the lead, and the non-resident person is dealing directly with them and negotiating the terms and signing the contracts. Non-agent, non-resident person. Exception to exception may not trigger the PE. For exception reason, Mr. War or jail. Okay, this is another exception. If you are stay in UAE due to exception, due to because war is there, the flights are cancelled. You cannot go outside. So such period will not be counted under the 6 months. Not doing the core genetic. Even you are staying in UAE, but you are not doing the main business. Main business permanent establishment. Or we understand if we are due to any criminal activity or inside the jail are not doing main activity. If this is the condition, that may not trigger the P. Any question? Today's session is our covered. Almost our time is over. If you guys have any question, please let me know. Guys, quickly, I just say that today, yes or hello and hi, and we are closing this. I'm marking as attendance. I'm marking as attendance. Okay. Hope everyone is done. If anybody is skipped, so apology for that because I appreciate your quick response.